Good day, magandang araw po, mayong buntag, mayong adlaw, kanyang tanan. I am Archbishop Jose Palma, Archbishop of Cebu. And I am very happy and I feel privileged to be able to share with you some thoughts on the Lenten season, panahon po ng Kwaresma. I feel especially privileged to share some thoughts on the season of grace, especially in this year, 2012, the year we call the year of faith. The Holy Father himself has called 2012 the year of faith. This is a special year, and it is from this perspective that I'd like to share some thoughts and the importance of the Lenten season, viewed particularly as a year of faith. 2012, according to Pope Benedict, is a special year, and he calls this, as I said, year of faith because on October 11, we will celebrate the 50th anniversary of the opening of the Second Vatican Council. On October 11, the Church will also celebrate the 20th anniversary of the publication of the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Likewise, in October, to be exact, on October 7 to 28, there will be the Synod of Bishops in Rome. And also in October, exactly on October 21, 2012, there will be a very special event, the canonization of 7 saints, one of whom is our very own son, Pedro Calungsod. It is from the perspective of the importance of these events that the year of faith would be given such special and important celebration. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, today allow me to share with you reflections I said on Lent, viewed precisely from the blessing of our new saint, yung pangalawa pong Pilipinong santo, yung malapit na magsanto, Pedro Calungsod. Sinabi po, a month after their martyrdom, May 2, 1672, when the news was heard from the ship Diego, which traveled to Guam, when the news about the martyrdom of Diego San Vitores and Pedro Calungsod was relayed to Manila, there was a great celebration. It says, when the news of Padre Diego's death, of course, together with Pedro Calungsod, reached Manila, there was a great celebration with the ringing of the church bells. A case says, an early chronicle, of a celebration of faith overcoming grief. The Jesuits went to the Manila Cathedral to sing the Te Deum. This is a celebration of praise of God. Even as in Spain, much later, there will be fireworks, the ringing of bells, and the singing of solemn high masses. Ganito po yung tuwa, ganito po yung celebration of joy when they heard of the martyrdom of Diego San Vitores and Pedro Calungsod. History would tell us that it takes time for people to eventually realize how significant their death would be. Yung nangyari po, because Diego San Vitores was a Jesuit, the Jesuit community tried to process his own beatification. But because the Jesuits were eventually expelled from the Philippines, the process stopped. It took centuries later for the Jesuits to eventually continue the process, and in mid-80s, 1885 to be exact, Diego San Vittorius was beatified. Only then, yung tayo po sa Pilipinas, and in particular the Diocese of Cebu, thought of trying to present the case of this Bisaya martyr together with Blessed Diego. And they started the process in 1987. Yung nangyari po, through the long process, exactly on March, or rather, on January 27, year 2000, the decree of the authentic martyrdom of Beato Pedro Calungsod was promulgated. And shortly after that, on March 5, year 2000, he was beatified in Rome. Yung beatification po is a decree that he is considered blessed. Like the famous ones we know, Blessed John Paul II, Blessed Mother Teresa of India, these are the status of the blessed people. They can be honored at the altar, and certainly in many places where they come from, there could be masses celebrated in their honor. That is Blessed Pedro Calungsod. And I repeat, this was year 2000. From the year 2000, they continued the process of canonization. And we praise God that last December 19, 2011, our Holy Father, Pope Benedict XVI, has promulgated and decreed that the miracle we have presented has been judged authentic. Authentic judgment. No? Judged by the doctors, judged by the theologians, and judged by the cardinals and bishops who have examined the process. And that's why I repeat, last December 19, we were happy to receive the promulgation of the authenticity of miracle of Blessed Pedro Calungsod. Kaya po, yung ating hinintay ngayon, on October 21, I repeat, together with 6 others in Rome, we are going there to celebrate the canonization of that time, San Pedro Calungsod. The canonization means that now Pedro Calungsod will be included in the canon, in the list of those who are considered saints. And why October 21? Because October 21 happens to be the Mission Sunday. And together with probably certainly hundreds of bishops who are participants of the Synod of Bishops I mentioned earlier in Rome, then it shows that this time he is introduced as not only a saint in the Philippines, but a saint that belongs to the Universal Church. At kaya po yung mangyari, natutuwa po tayo na kung for many years we have San Lorenzo Ruiz, others will say San Lorenzo Ruiz de Manila, now we would have another San Pedro Calungsod Bisaya. Of course, there are many others who said and who claim taga Cebu, taga Leyte, Bohol, Iloilo. We really do not know yet. We haven't got much record of his boyhood days. Pero what's sure historically is, and this is certainly very historical, that as a young boy, he joined a group of catechists who went to Guam to evangelize, and he was martyred that fateful day, April 2 of 1672. This is historical. Kaya po, we rejoice because martyrdom means that the grace of God has blessed this young boy to offer his life for the sake of the faith, to offer his life, of course, for the gospel. My dear brothers and sisters, you may ask, ano po yung implication ng buhay ni Pedro Calungsod sa ating buhay? Itatanong po ninyo, nangyari yun hundreds of years ago. What does it mean for us living now in the year 2012? What does it mean for you who left country and worked for the sake of your family? Ano po yung ibig sabihin ng kanyang kamatayan? Ano po ibig sabihin ng pag-alay ng kanyang buhay? When we go back, we will continue with this reflection, and we hope to be able to bring out concrete, particular messages which are meaningful for me as a bishop, for you as our sisters and brothers in other places, working for your family, and certainly bringing and contributing for the good of our community and our country.